Videos of New York City police officers having water thrown on them has gone viral and sparked national outrage over the past few weeks.
GOP lawmakers in the state introduced a bill that would make throwing any substance on an officer a felony, punishable by up to 4 years in jail. But some Democrats in the state call the bill an overreaction.
Well, after playing in the NFL as a three-time captain, our next guest now works to help bridge the divide between the police and their communities. Joining us now, Jack Brewer, CEO of the Brewer Group, former NFL star, and the spokesman of the National Association of Police Athletics Leagues. Thank you very much for being here, Jack. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Safety.
That's right, these guys have been having a conversation for the last 5 minutes, which I wish we could have broadcast.
Because he's a great guy.
He's a great dude.
Fantastic
So give us some insight on this. You know, police doused with water. Some legislators want to take action, some don't.
It's sickening. I'll tell you, as an American, all of us should be disgusted by seeing the lack of respect. You know, this is the same respect that is resulting in our kids not having respect for elders, not having respect for their teachers. We're putting it in them. I mean, we're allowing a culture that is telling kids that everybody wins. If you do something bad in school, you don't get in trouble for it. You can say whatever you want. You can pick your gender. You can do whatever you want now. And this whole thing is what's happening. It's a revolving door of our culture. If you don't respect the law enforcement officers, every one of those idiots that are throwing water on those police officers, the second something happens to them, they're going to call the cops to come help them. And that's just ridiculous, man. We got to fix this culture in this country.
Well said.
I mean, perfectly well said. I couldn't agree with you anymore. I mean, I'm wearing a little blue here. I'm a reserve police officer. Having that lack of respect allows them to go ahead and throw water on them or do whatever it might be in the future. And that's why the people aren't going to listen and they're not going to do what they're told when they have contact with a police officer, and it's a problem. Something else you just mentioned before we were talking before was like Baltimore itself shut down all the Boys and Girls Clubs?
Yeah, all of them. So you go there, and I just got back from Baltimore and just got back from Maryland, but helping these kids in the cities. And you ask the community why they're hurting right now. And that's because they shut down all their police athletic leagues. Their kids don't have anywhere to go after school. You have so many children with no fathers. We have 77% of black kids in this country born without a father in the home. And you have all these deep issues that are affecting these kids. We got to help them. I'm talking about Democrats and Republicans. We got to start getting into these communities. We got to focus on our poor black kids. Black people are the poorest, sickest, and most uneducated people in our country, and we need to start giving them the attention that they deserve. We can't keep making this racism and all this political divide. It's about the poorest and the sickest, and that happens to be black. It's not just the immigrants on the border that are coming into the country illegally. Let's focus on where the civil rights issue started, and that was with black Americans. We brought all these other issues in, but we've left out the people that need it the most.
Yeah, you're talking about America first.
America
ultimately.
First.
Absolutely. Well, when you get back to the cop dousing with water issue, the Speaker of the House said this to the New York Post. He's opposed, Speaker of the House in New York, opposed to it. He said police officers should be respected, but I don't know if always proposing new penalties and laws is the answer. We should continue to try and establish more of a community and police response. I think that's more beneficial instead of always saying we're going to lock people up. So can you do both, have consequences for an action like that, but also engage?
Of course you can. Listen, we had a criminal justice issue started by the Democrats, the party of slavery, the party of Jim Crow, the party of mass incarceration of blacks. These are the issues. This guy is a Democrat, and now he's saying this to allow these kids to do what they want and not instill any discipline in them. And that's just not right. If someone pours anything on a police officer, they should go to jail. And I'm not here saying that all police officers are right, because there's a lot of police officers that need to get their situations fixed and need to be reprimanded. But in a situation where a cop's walking down the street and you're dousing them with water, man, not where I'm from. I'm from Texas, and we just don't get down like that.
I respect this. So, hey, quick question for you as a ball player, because, you know, we're both ball players. Colin Kaepernick, he says that he's ready to get back in the game. He said something on Twitter, 5 a.m., 5 days a week, but, you know, 889 days without work. I have my opinions on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on where Colin sits now, 3 years out.
Bro, I want anybody that wants to play a sport to be able to play. There's more than one league. You know, go play in Canada, go play somewhere else if you want to play. But the bottom line comes down to, if you're a backup, and you know this, if you're a backup in the National Football League, you can't bring off-the-field issues and have a bunch of clouds over you. They're not going to play you. They're not going to let you play. I was a guy that walked on. I was an undrafted free agent. I understand how it is is and how valuable it is to be on the team. But you can't cause any controversy when you're not the starter. And Colin Kaepernick, when he started to kneel, was not a starter. His accuracy was giving him trouble. And so, you know, you can't make these type of stances and cause an organization to have to deal with so many off-the-field drama issues if you're a backup. That's just how it works. I mean, just like if you're not an executive here at Fox, you're not going to have the say in making the rules, you know?
There it is.
Well said.
I could talk to him all month long.
We've got 2 or 3 other
right
topics
here.
we'd love to address, but it's TV, so we're out of time. Jack Brewer, I thought I knew who my favorite Minnesota Viking was before this segment.
Now
But it might just be Jack Brewer.
There you go.
You can't see I'm black, so I don't really blush like that. But I appreciate that, man.
We appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks.